Hey everyone, today we see David break some rules. David came to Nob where Ahimelech was priest. Ahimelech was shaking in fear when he met David. "Why are you alone? Why is no one with you?" he asked. David answered Ahimelech the priest, "The king has given me orders, but he instructed me don't let anyone know anything about the mission I'm sending you on or about your orders. As for my troops, I told them to meet me at an undisclosed location. Now, what do you have here with you? Give me 5 loaves of bread or whatever you can find." "I don't have any regular bread on hand," the priest answered David, "just holy bread, but only if your troops have abstained from sexual activity." "Definitely," David answered the priest. "As always, whenever I go to war, women are off limits. Even on regular missions, the men's gear is kept holy. That's even more true today with the mission, holy, along with the gear." So the priest gave David the holy bread, because there was no other bread except the bread of the presence, which is removed from the Lord's presence and replaced by warm bread as soon as it's taken away. So David is on the run from King Saul at this point, who's determined to kill him out of jealousy. So it's pretty clear the book intends for us to be on David's side, but what do we make of David's actions here? He lies about being on this mission from the king. The priest probably feels threatened by him because of David's reputation as a warrior, and he doesn't know how many troops he has with him somewhere nearby. He asks or maybe demands bread from him, and then he ends up taking this holy bread that's really only for priests. And the priest allows it since he says, well, the men have been abstaining from sex, so I guess that's okay. But neither David nor this priest have a direct word from the Lord saying that this is okay, right? He's really just coming up with a loophole, which is what we usually do in legalistic situations. And maybe it's because he's just afraid he doesn't know what David's going to do if he refuses. So, really, they're breaking the rules that are set by Leviticus. And yet, Jesus himself points to this story. He uses this story as an example for why rules sometimes need to be flexible. Now, the specific issue that Jesus is dealing with was the Sabbath and what counts as work and those sort of things. But the root issue, both here in Samuel and in Jesus' time, is about preserving life. Right? Life over laws. That is the way of Jesus, even when we're talking about God's laws. Rules are not inherently bad. In fact, rules can often be necessary for protecting life, especially the lives of those who are most vulnerable. And something like Sabbath is good, and considering certain things as sacred, that's also good. But the most sacred thing is life. And so we really have to ask, when are laws preventing life? And when that's the case, we choose life.